Alright, welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, to INL Division 2 here in Season 2. We arrive at Brazil for the final round of the championship, and the Drivers' Championship is all open for grabs. It's gonna be an exciting one. Let me just get telemetry up here. Alright. Here we go. Just gonna do something real quick here. Yeah, it's on 6, alright. So we got multiple cars out of the pit lane. Let's see which one was first. Seems to be a racing point of Brandon. Yeah, Brandon. So he's out on the softs here. He was actually out first last weekend too, so clearly wants to be out on track first. And behind him we got a Haas. I think that's Paulus, yeah. He's also on the softs, so drivers opting for the softs for this race, which is okay, yeah, nothing wrong there. The Red Bull lets the Merc by there. So yeah, people going out on softs and TDB on mediums. I don't think he's fighting for the championship, so I don't think he will go for the mediums. Yes, Mentos is letting people by. Wonder why. Alright, Brandon, let's ride along with him, see how he fares. Goes a little bit deep there in turn 1 and invalidates at first corner. Let's check Paulus. He looks to be looking very good here. He's gonna get a purple sector 1 because he's the first one out. Or we are the Scotland 1. Taking these corners very nicely, looks like. Oh, looks very good here. Keeping it tight and then running out wide. Uses the AstroTurf, so which is the esports line, so it's all good from him. Purple sector 2, but of course he's the first one to set a valid lap. See what he does. Paulus makes a 107 flat, so not too bad. Next one to cross the line is a TDB here. See what he does on the mediums. 5/10 down, so that's a 107.6. Steven goes slower by almost a second actually, on the softs. But yeah, I think he can go quicker, so Nathan starts his his hot lap. Apologies. Mentos has invalidated Danny Boys on the lap. So talking about Danny Boy gets a purple sector 1, so that's good. Yeah, but talking about the championship, TDB can win it today if Steven doesn't score any points. Otapa goes P3 with his medium lap, not too bad. And as there is another Haas coming up to the line, actually. No, it's just okay. Yeah, let's ride along with Danny Boy again then. Coming up to the line now. DRS as quickly as possible, keeping it tight to minimize track length. A 107.253, which is not too bad for Danny Boy. I think he can do a bit better. Nathan gets ahead of Paulus with also a 107 flat. they have 0.69 hundredth of a second between them. Alright. Steven, championship leader, puts it in P5, slower than TDB's medium lap. So can TDB grab the championship today? That remains to be seen. Kieran did a 1:07.7, not too bad for him. Tapa still on, doing another lap on the mediums and going wide on the grass there, but it looks okay, I guess. Calvin is on a soft lap here. Let's ride along with him. Looks hooked up. And invalidates on the curb. Yeah, track limits, you need to be really wary of them around here. I think Kieran is doing another lap. And there are Mercedes coming up to the line. And Rowan who starts this lap. Okay, so Kieran, that was his in lap. Will Otsapa come in this lap, or will he, or does he have enough fuel to go for another run? Yeah, it's coming in this lap. Let's ride along with Jeroen here, see what he can do. Or actually, yeah, let's ride along with what he can do here. There's a Red Bull also on its out lap. Check that out later. Having a bit of a lockup going through there, you definitely need to be more careful. The brakes are hot. TDB getting out, and there's a huge lockup. Runs a bit wide, but see what he can do here. DRS as fast as possible, coming up to the line. 107.3, which is not too bad, but he can definitely improve on that with those lockups. TDB goes through, he gets out of the way, so very good. Let's ride along with Mentos here, who invalidates there, which is not good for him. So we have Paulus on a lap coming. Okay, he has invalidated his lap, so he's coming down the pits here. Jeroen is on his in lap. TDB is rather along with the person who can steal the championship from CVM right now. Looks all hooked up. Using the AstroTurf, gets a purple sector 2, which is very good. Let's see what TDB can get. And he beats, no, he's 1 millisecond away from Nathan, which is very close at the top there. This is gonna be an interesting race, as Steven is 4/10 down. And there was a racing point back there. He was off the track. So yes, let's ride along with Steven here, who's coming. No, this is an invalidated one. Or he's starting his lap now. No, that was in the lap. So let's ride along with J. Luke. He's on the mediums. There's a yellow sector. There's a yellow flag in the sector 2. I think that's let's see them doing a lap actually. No, he has invalidated. Never mind. Let's go back to J. Luke. As Paulus, no, not Paulus. I mean, where's the mess. It's Otapa who was slowing down, ready to start his lap. Anyway, see what J-Luke can do on the mediums. Side. 107.8. Definitely not the top runner when it comes to medium, but he can definitely be up there with the softs. As Kieran is coming now to finish his lap. See what he can do. He almost runs out of the track. That would be the validation, and he does a 107.8 or 7. My apologies. Yeah. Wonder if J-Luke has fueled his car. Paulus is on a lap. See how he does. Mentos is starting his lap now also. Purple sector 2 for Paulus. Can he? Oh no, he lost the car there, and luckily it keeps it out of the wall. That's such a good lap going actually. Such a shame that happened. Frosty Calvin is on a lap, and Mentos is also on a lap. Let's ride along with Mentos here. Nathan is also on a lap, who has invalidated, so that's good. Mentos having a bit of a lock-up for there. Hooked up. A bit wiggly on the rear there, you can see steering wheel. Moving right to the left and left to the right. So. Does not lose the car like Paulus did there. So that's good. See what Mentos can do here. Keeps it tight. Let's see. It's so close. Look at these gaps. Oh my days. Mentos puts it in P3 with a 107 flat. And Frosty does a 107 flat. Damn, that's a fast time. In the Williams, and he's also a reserve for D2, so even more impressive. As Nathan starts his lap now, having a bit of a lock up, but hooks the corner up nicely anyway. Steven is coming to finish his lap, or no, I'm joking, he's not. As there's a Rowan puts it in P6, so not too bad for Rowan there. As Steven is coming down, it's a 108.3, improves by 3 1,000ths of a second. No, 3 100ths of a second. Still can do better, but yeah. As Frosty is doing his in-lap. Nathan had the purple sector too, so can this be pole position for the Mercedes driver? It's gonna be close, and he 1/10 faster than Frosty. That's a very good time for the Mercedes driver. 106.9, very good lap, and TDB has invalidated this lap, so I assume. Oh no, it's his out lap, so he's going to set a lap. Rowan is on his in-lap, Steven is also on his in-lap, Steven is also on his in-lap. Alright, let's ride along with TDB. No, he's on his in-lap. Alright, so that leaves Kieran, who's on a outlap here. See how he does. We'll ride along with him. turn one pretty nicely there. Doesn't invalidate through there, which is easy to do. Looks all good. 16.6 in first sector, which is not too bad. Looks all hooked up. Doesn't use the outside curve there, which is interesting. You can definitely put a lot of the car and brake, but Kieran decides not to. No lockups. Looks very good there, through there too. Having a bit of a wiggle at the exit, but all looks good anyway. 2.5 tenths up through the second sector, so I think he can put it P9. This will be. Looks good. Yeah, it's a P8 actually, so very good from Kieran there. Paulus is also on a lap behind him, who has invalidated. And we have Brandon just starting his lap. And the Mercedes drivers are both coming out at the same time there. Looks very good. Doesn't use the outside curve like Kieran does. Danny Boy retires, so his qualifying is over now. Brandon runs a bit deep through there, and misses a lot of the apex there actually. Still 1.6 seconds up, so this will definitely be an improvement. To the start finish line. It's P11 for Brandon with a 107.6. J. Luke has invalidated his lap. Paulus puts it on pole with half a tenth between him and Nathan. This grid is looking very close. And that's on 2 lap old softs, maybe. Wow. Fair. DDB has just started his lap, and we have a Frosty Calvin coming down to the line. Yeah, he's starting his lap, alright. Actually, we're right along with DDB here, who's invalidated his lap again. How is it looking for the championship leader? Almost 2 tenths up and a purple sector too, so can he grab pole from Paulus and be a bit safer for the championship? It's a 107.1, still doesn't beat TDB's time, but they're pretty close together as TDB decides to do another lap on these softs. Or no, his qualifying is over. So Frosty Calvin has invalidated. Zappa is coming to the line now, 2.5 tenths up for the second sector. It's P9 for him with a 107.2. Very good for him. I think that's qualifying over then, and looks like Paulus is getting pole. Well deserved. It's a close fight here at the top. Top 5 drivers separated by 2 tenths almost. Just close. Excuse me for a minute, I'm gonna just go check something. Right, ladies and gentlemen, here is the grid order for today's race. Paul is on pole with a 106.851. Nathan in second, Frosty in third, TDB in fourth, Mentos in fifth, Sivem in sixth, Jeroen in seventh, Danny Boy on eighth, Otap on ninth, Kieran in 10th, and that rounds up the top 10. Brandon gets P11 and J Luke 12th and Steven 13th with a 108.3. So I think he bottled his qualifying a bit there. I think he can go a lot quicker. As we're going to the race now. It's all dry here in Sao Paulo, but who knows, it can rain later. So this is gonna be an interesting race. As the formation lap will start in 24 seconds now. Favorite to winning this race is definitely Paulus, but don't count out the Nathan or any of the top 5 runners actually. They are very close together. And also Sivem and TDB have their championship fight. And I think he has to outscore Sivem by 14 points this race to win the championship. So it's gonna be an exciting one. The coming 36 laps. Let me just get the tires up again. All right. Okay, so we have everyone except J Luke on softs, and J Luke being on mediums then. So we'll see number 14 leading the pack here. Well, the battle is about Sivem and TDB here, both at the AlphaTauri team. AlphaTauri boys have fought a lot in the season, so let's hope we have a good battle to the end with these two, and see let's see who we will crown champion of season 2. As we're going to line up right now. So we have TDB, no, not TDB, Paulus on pole, Nathan in second and Frosty in third, TDB in fourth, Mentos in fifth, Steven in sixth, Jeroen in seventh, Danny Boy in eighth, Tapa in ninth, Kieran in 10th, Brandon in 11th, J Luke in 12th and Steven in 13th. There's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and the lights are out and away they go. Paulus gets a good start, Nathan gets a good start, but Nathan actually dives down the inside and goes... No, Paulus does a switchback, but Nathan switches back again. It's a good battle here at the front actually. It looks like TDB will nab the position from Paulus. It's a horrendous start for Paulus. All looks pretty decent at the back. No accidents yet, but who knows. As Kieran and Brandon are going side by side, it's a bit of side pod rubbing there, but looks all good. And Steven goes ahead of Kieran. As TDB is wanting to make the move. And there's a yellow sect. And Paulus has spun. Oh, that's a big shame for the Haas driver who qualified on pole. Anyway, Nathan leads from TDB, from Frosty, from Jerome, from Mentos, from Steven, from Danny Boy, from Tapa, from J. Luke, from Brandon, from Steven, from Kieran, from Paulus. As Nathan puts the fastest lap, and there's some position changes here. As Steven got ahead, and there's some more position. Jerome and Mentos are side by side. Mentos goes through. And all the while, TDB is in P2 and catching Nathan and miss brakes there actually. So that promotes Frosty to P2, who gets on the curb, which could have ended in disaster. And Mentos takes this opportunity to try to go down the inside. And Frosty brakes later and tries to keep around the outside. There's a bit of contact there, but doesn't seem that none of the cars have damage. And Mentos goes through actually. Very, very good battle there. As TDB is 8 tenths away from Nathan now. So Nathan, with that mistake, TDB is losing time, but it seems that he will get some time back on the straight by slipstream. As Brandon Otapa has pitted, so has Kieran and Paulus, so I assume they had some damage. Definitely know Paulus had some damage with that spin. I don't think he just spun on his own. I think there was contact. As there's some battles going at the back, or there was no, there was just some movement. Alright. Well, Nathan leads. Still leads, but TDB has got back up to him, so definitely not looking so good for Nathan with the raw pace TDB has. Oh, that's a almost running into the back of Nathan there, TDB. Not too good from you. So they're all stuck. They're all going to be stuck in a DRS train now, because it's lap 3 and DRS has been enabled. Meanwhile, the boys at the back here are close to each other, and Kieran is catching up to Tapa, who's on the hard, so he's going to want to extend the stint and maybe put on a set of softs later. As there's a move by Danny Boy down the inside and makes position. But Steven is coming back at him with DRS, but Danny Boy also has DRS. They break and there's some contact, and Steven almost loses the car completely there. Oh my days. This is not helping his championship fight. He wants to keep his lead from TDB, who's still in P2, so at this point Steven will win the championship, but who knows? There's 32 laps left. TDB is close to Nathan. Can he get him on the straight? And if he gets him, will he be able to keep up? Will Nathan be able to keep up with TDB? No ERS using here, just DRS and slipstream. So Nathan keeps ahead of TDB there, but was pretty close, as it seems that he run pretty wide there, so that can give Mentos the opportunity, but they're all really close together. And TDB makes the move on the inside. It was a simple move, just moving to the inside and let the DRS do the work. So Nathan is in P2 now. Can he keep up with TDB, or will TDB just run away? As Kieran does a move on Otapa here. Otapa squeezes him to the inside there, but pretty fair racing, as Kieran has DRS and Otapa still keeping alongside with Kieran, and that's a spin for Kieran because of contact with Otapa. That's a shame. Gets back on the track, and important thing now is to keep your head down and try to gain back the time. That was, in my eyes, a racing incident. These things happen in league racing. As Mentos does a mighty dive on Frosty Calvin, but Frosty keeps ahead anyway. This is a very entertaining race. Nathan is keeping up to TDB, which is important, and there's a racing point off there. And he spins again and gets some wing damage and resets to track, which will mean a penalty later by the stewards because you're not allowed to reset to track. Nathan is still within 1 second to TDB, but TDB has definitely extended his lead a bit. And Nathan is close to TDB actually. But TDB has, I think he's using a lot of ERS right now. Because he just pulls away. And Frosty is close to Nathan actually. They're all very close together. This is going to be and Nathan locks up and runs deep. Can this give Frosty the chance? No, it did not give Frosty the chance, but it was close. They all have the DRS of TDB though, and Nathan is keeping up just about. So this is going to be an interesting podium we're going to have, as Brandon pits for a front wing change, and a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, not too good. And Otapa overtakes him. And Brandon gives up on the race and retires. Not too good. And Mentos almost diving it down the inside there. Very, very ballsy move if he actually have tried it. TDB almost pulling away from Nathan here. The gap is over 1 second. But I think Nathan has the DRS. He does not have the DRS. That's the pace TDB has. Oh my days, that's very cool. And there's some smoke coming out there. I think it was a lockup. Does Nathan has the DRS now? Yeah, he definitely has the DRS, so he's trying to keep up, but I think TDB is gonna gain it back on the corners. So, yeah, TDB definitely has the pace at this stage of the race. TDB but Nathan is keeping it within 9/10, and now he's out of a second as I say that, or now back to 9/10. So if he can keep it under 9/10 going through the section zone, he's all going. The gap is going up. He has DRS, good for him. So definitely struggling to keep up a bit actually. J. Luke is close to Danny Boy here. Not being able to close down the gap enough to make a move. But J. Luke is on the mediums and Danny Boy is on the softs, and I'm pretty sure you can do a one stop around here, but if not, that means all the soft runners have a real threat from J. Luke here, who's doing a one stop definitely on those mediums. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3 and it's a Renault, and that's Kieran who spun again. So Paulus goes through actually. Nathan is now out of a second, so he won't have the DRS. No, he's lost the DRS, so now it's the Now TDB should really be deploying his ERS and just pull away. To get away. Nathan can still gain 10th through here. Yeah, he won't have the DRS as Kieran gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, we're stuck in this DRS train at the moment. J. Luke is close to Danny Boy still, not making the move. And like last time, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is URC Rotation. By the way, I'm such a stupid person. I know. Nathan is still keeping up with TDB. I would say. You know, he's not like pulling away. He's there, but not like in the DRS. So Kieran retires. That was in the pit lane, so I think he just had enough with this race. 2 spins. Danny Boy pits. Is he going to go on the hards or the mediums? So he's definitely opting for the 2-stop here. If that's a better strategy, then it is. I'm not sure. Frosty is close to Nathan, and I think TDB made a mistake because Nathan and Frosty are under a second on him now. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, and that's Kieran's AI actually going slow. The car did not stay in the pits, so we'll have an AI roaming around. Moment. TDB has extended his gap by 2/10 now. This camera angle is garbage. Nathan is still has the DRS though, so he can keep it within 1 second. I think the softs can do 1 stop actually, so never mind about that threat about J. Luke. He can still do something, but I'm not sure he will. I want him to do something though. This guy is a really quick driver. Frosty and Nathan and TTB all closed up. And oh, did you see that? Frosty Calvin had a bit of a wiggle, and that can give Mentos the opportunity to gain the position back. Goes down the inside. Oh my, that's a bit of a contact there, but it all looks good actually. So Mentos has done the move on Frosty, but Frosty also has a 3-second penalty because of that wiggle he had on the exit there actually, just before the move. So he ran wide and gave a warning, which resulted. And wait, Frosty Calvin is making the move on Mentos. He's gaining the position back with the help of DRS, of course. So yeah, Nathan and TDB now has a bit of a breathing space from Frosty, and Mentos is also closing back to Frosty there. All these. The top 3 are very close together, so is the top 2. Can we see a move on the DRS straight by Nathan? Can he stay within the DRS? It's 9/10 now, 8/10, 9/10 again. Now you have to deploy your ERS, son. Come on. Just stay with that second. Strict elementary. He's not using any ERS. He lost ERS. You could have used just a bit. You have 40%, mate. TDB has less actually. As Mentos pits and Jerome goes through then, and all the other people will also go through. yes, Jeroen and Frosty are now a bit behind the two leaders there because of the mistake Frosty did. And Frosty runs wide and touches the grass. So yeah, he has to go the long way around. As Jeroen gets some dirty air and understeers there. Understeers there. As of right now, it looks like Steven will get the championship. He's just pitted for mediums, so I'm not sure if mediums can do the rest of the Grand Prix, but you know, solid strategy if they can. And TDB, I think the two leaders will go into the pits now. And I just noticed TDB has extended his gap by 3/10, so it's definitely out of the Nathan is definitely out of the DRS zone. And Nathan continues. Can he do the overcut? Yes. Maybe TDB will get in some traffic and that will help Nathan to pull away a bit actually. So we'll have to see where he comes out. As Jeroen behind him also pitted, and Frosty Calvin. Looks like Mentos will get ahead of TDB here. No, actually he won't. So Mentos gets right behind TDB. And remember, Mentos, they're on the same strategy, but Mentos has a lap older tires. So he's actually in a legitimate P2 right now, Mentos, depending on where Nathan comes out. So this is gonna be an interesting pit battle. It's going to be, right? So Nathan is using his DRS now. Definitely wants to come out ahead of Nathan, or ahead of TDB and Mentos. We'll see how he does. Was his in lap good enough? J-Look goes through. So it's the medium. So it's definitely a one-stop. So I think TDB comes through now. And Nathan goes through there now. Nathan has been undercutted by Frosty and Mentos. That's not, and only for a lap younger tires. I'm not sure that was the right call, Nathan. But actually, his team, no, he actually had strategy preference also. He qualified ahead of his teammates, so yeah, he could have pitted the same lap as TDB and kept his pace up, but it didn't happen. So now Nathan has to overtake Frosty and runs up wide actually there. He has to overtake Frosty and overtake Mentos. But by the time he does that, and if he does that, TDB is already like, it's going to be like 3 seconds ahead, and they have very similar pace, so I don't think he will catch him. Unless TDB spins or makes a huge mistake. So it's all tasty looking here, and Nathan also gets a penalty, so that won't help him either. And Jeroen has pitted for hearts, and as there's the engine sound glitch there, we won't listen to that. But Danny Boy, Jeroen are close together, and Nathan and Frosty are also close. This is one huge DRS train, except TDB is just pulling away from it. Solid pace from this guy. Let's have to check the comments now. Yeah. Tom Robbo wants Steven to bottle it, so he stands in TDB's favor this race. Definitely, I want Steven to win. Nothing against TDB, but I think that Steven has been more consistent as a driver. But this race is not been going too well for him. As Mentos picks up a penalty, I wonder how much he has actually, let me just check. So, those who have and there's a move. Mentos, Frosty ran wide, I think. Frosty ran wide and Mentos just went through, so did Nathan. Oh yeah. So everyone who has a penalty in this race has 3 seconds at the moment, so no 6-second penalties involved or even more. This is halfway. This Grand Prix has went by so fast. We're already halfway. And Nathan is close to Mento. And he actually goes on the grass, which won't help him. Will he use his ERS? Will he use his DRS? Will he commit to the move? Definitely looking for it, but decides to think better of it and not do something stupid. As said, someone has pitted, or Frosty just ran very wide and let Danny Boy and Jeroen through. So, as Nathan goes ahead of Mentos there, very good from him. Now he can focus on closing the gap to TDB. But TDB doesn't have penalties, so in reality, TDB is 5.6 seconds ahead of Nathan there, so can definitely breathe for a bit and doesn't need to sweat it. J-Luke is still going on his mediums. I assume he will be pitting lap 22 maybe on those mediums for softs. Still going, so definitely has some life in those. As there's a yellow flag in sector 3, and that's a Red Bull who has spun. Not sure what happened there, but I think it was some contact with Frosty or Jeroen. I'm not sure. As the Red Bull of Danny Boy pits here, so maybe has some damage. And Steven pits as well. So is this really what he wants to do? Pitting, doing a 2-stop on a 1-stop strategy. He has some wing damage, that's why. Can this mean that TDB will win the championship? I need to check the standings. I actually need to check the standings. Can you hold on for a second? This is gonna be a spicy battle, I feel like. Alright, the standings were deleted by one of our members. So I am not sure who's won and who's not actually. Oh yeah, I can see here. Alright. So Steven is leading the championship by 22 points right now. It's a lot of points, but if they finish as they finish, this is the finishing order, TDB will win the championship. It looks like TDB will actually win this championship, being 22 points back. So, not looking too good for Steven here. As J-Luke pits now, he's going on the softs. And TDB goes through to the race lead. Unless Nathan and Mentos catch up to TDB, he will be crowned champion. So, yeah, interesting. And Frosty is pulling away from Steven because he's on softs actually, so he's on faster tires. this is very interesting. There's a lock up there from Mentos, and Otapa gets a penalty. I mean, I personally I can't believe this is happening. That TDB is going to get the championship in the last race. TDB also wanted more people in the race. I don't think he would have wanted that actually if more people to rob him. Yeah, so Tom Robo is saying TDB needs to gain 23 points, so yeah, who has fastest lap? I'ma just check that. No, not lap data. How do you check that? Wait. Okay, yeah, fastest lap. So TDB also has the fastest lap. So right now he's looking at 26 points. So yeah, not so good for Steven, it seems. He needs to get P8 to win the championship, basically. And right now it doesn't look like he will. Or 7th, as Tom Robo said, I'm not so good with points. Yeah, it's looking like a stale race. As Mentos makes the dive on Nathan there. And it was almost successful. No, wait, Nathan did the dive round the outside on Mentos, but Mentos is coming back at him on the straight. Down the inside, and oh! Nathan does a DNF. And that's a safety car. That's a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Holy S word. I'm not gonna say that word. So this has Steven pits again. He's definitely going to the softs now. So does Danny Boy. Is this like this is like Brazil 2008. This is so weird to watch, and there's a okay, that was just lag. All right. So yeah, Brandon, or I'm joking, Nathan DNFs on purpose. Not sure why. He was having a great race, or not a great race, but he was in a podium position, so you know. So Steven needs to get P7, and he's on brand new softs. So is everybody else up to P6. But TDB might lose out, and if TDB doesn't get P1, I think that's game over, wherever he finishes actually. So you know, looking it's a big championship fight. This is gonna be a very exciting end to the Grand Prix. Yeah, I don't understand why Nathan had to DNF like that. But you know, last race of the season, and maybe there was something not right. As Danny Boy pits again, so Steven is already up to P9. So I bet Steven is having a great time right now, being gifted positions like that. But yeah, TDB is behind the safety car, and the line is getting formed now. Let me check the penalties actually. So Steven has a 5-second time penalty. So No, not Steven. Steven. Renault has 5-second time penalty, and Mentos has a 6-second time penalty. So he can gain some positions on those two. Steven has 3 seconds from bubble. So let me check his warnings. Let's see if he is close to getting another one. So he has no warnings for he has no warnings after that penalty. So he can take 2, and then the third one he gets will be a penalty. Yeah, he definitely needs to attack. It's all he can. It's all there to win. So. Yes, even I understand stuff can happen in league racing, but things can get decided by stewarding too. So you know, keep your head down and do as best as you can to win that championship. Good luck, and also good luck to TDB. Very strong race and strong pace from him. So. He can still win it. As I think this is the last lap, they will be behind the safety car. So I would guess this is safety car in this lap. Let's go back to the tires. Crucial that Steven doesn't get a penalty, because if he does, he's definitely at the back. Steven getting his tires up to temperature. And I just noticed J. Luke is in P2. The man who I said is not going to be a threat to the leader is now actually a threat to the leader. So go on, lad. This is gonna be a spicy end. I'm getting Brazil 2008 vibes from this. This is gonna be crazy. Will safety car be coming in this lap? Safety car in this lap, so the race will be resumed. As see when TDB goes here. As he goes now and activates the RS directly, and there's some position changes in the back, and there's some pitting. Sivem is up to P8. Sivem is up to P8. Otapa runs wide. The two Hasses are side by side, and there's a yellow flag behind. Not sure why that is. And Paulus pushes his teammate very wide. I think that Steven should take it a bit easy at the start. No need to be involved in any accidents. He has the pace. Just be patient and you will get him. So there was a lot of position changes, but and there's a retirement by Steven, so he just gave up in the pits. So yeah. TDB is pulling away from J. Luke, and Mentos is keeping close to J. Luke. And Jeroen is keeping close to Mentos. Get back to this fight here. Zappa is close to Frosty here. does not decide to go for the move. J-Luke and Mentos are side by side in the second corner there, but Mentos goes through actually. So, and now I think that Jeroen might fancy a move also. There's a lock up there, but goes through anyway. Very nice move there. The two Hasses are not side by side anymore, but they are close together. This has been an exciting race. I love commentating these ones. Luke is close to Jeroen. So they're all in a DRS train except Mentos and except TDB, who is pulled away from Mentos. DRS is now enabled, so let's see how, and he locks up. Steven locks up a lot, but so did Untapa. So Steven needs to get that P7, it seems. Steven needs to get that P7, and he's very cautious with it. Let's check penalties. Has someone gained anything? As Frosty has an 8-second time penalty, and Steven is within 8 seconds of Frosty, so he doesn't really have to sweat it, but you know, drivers want to go for the gap. Drivers want to have as many positions. So if I were Steven, I would just be patient with my moves if I'm ever making them. But you know, I'm not him, so see what Steven decides to do. Yeah, and there's a Paulus and Frosty. Paulus goes passes Frosty on the DRS there, so job down, easy move. On to the next one for Paulus. And Frosty might get the DRS switch back, but no, he does not get it. So it seems like Otapa is losing Frosty and Paulus there. So no, they're within a second still, but you know, they're now they're close together again. So on check penalties again. Mentos has a 6-second time penalty, and that means that he will be almost P9, almost, if his pace doesn't improve a lot. Jeroen is close to Mentos. See if he fancies a move. Yeah, nothing to do there actually. So Steven is still in P8, but Frosty gets another time penalty, so that definitely means that Steven will get P7 on penalties. But Jeroen and Mentos are having a lot of contact, and Mentos goes wide because of the contact, and Jeroen also almost spins. J-Luke is also there, but you know, he's on older tires, so it's understandable if he drops back a little. I did not expect this for the final race of the season, but as of right now, it looks that TDB will lose the championship. He has driven a very strong race anyway, and he has a lot more pace than the other ones. 4 seconds the gap to Mentos now, so yeah, man, that was a close fight, but stuff can still happen. 4 laps left. Many grass cuts there. Danny Boy is close to Steven. He's close to Otapa. And Frosty has a bit of a gap to Paulus. But Paulus is close to J. Luke, who is close to Jeroen, who is close to Mentos. This DRS train, my god. As Paulus breaks a bit later than J. Luke there. Yeah, I think it's over to Tom Robbo. Steven has, I think he has the championship in the bag. But there's 3 laps more, and who knows what can happen. It's still league racing. It's still esports. Let's see here. Tappa being very close to Frosty Calvin there, actually. Danny Boy is close to Steven. Can he make the move? Imagine the scenes if Danny Boy just took out Steven there. But luckily he doesn't, because he's a good driver. So close. So close. Jeroen might get the position on Mentos. On this straight. Mentos leads this DRS train. Go Danny, yeah. You really want TDB to win, don't you? Alright, so Steven might get the position on Frosty Calvin, who had a bit of a bad exit there actually, and has no DRS on the car in front, so you know. And there's a position change here. J. Luke and Jeroen are side by side, and Jeroen goes through, and Paulus almost goes through. So J. Luke is coming back though. Brakes later than Jeroen. Round the outside. Gets a bit of touching there, but nothing really happens after that. And gets the understeer from Jeroen's car there. So yeah, dirty air. I think I saw something. Oh yeah, anyway. So 2 laps remaining. TDB is starting the final lap. Let's commentate this lap for the final lap of the Division 2 Championship in Intelligence Racing League in Season 2. Brakes at the 50. Runs a bit deep, but cuts in tight and looks very good through there. Should keep it tight on the inside, but decides to minimize friction and go a bit wider there. Should brake at the 50 now, let's see. Yeah, brakes at the 50, touches the inside curve and a bit of the outside curve. Very good line through there actually. See, downshifts to 5th and then upshifts to 6th, and does not use the outside curve there. You can definitely use a lot more curve. But yeah, TDB, J. Luke gets a penalty. TDB here not locking up. Yeah, very good. So drives a very consistent race. There was a position change. J. Luke gets ahead of Jeroen. TDB rounds the actual final corner. The upcoming corners are basically not corners, or not detectable for an F1 car. TDB comes to the line to finish in P1. Started from P4. And let's look at Steven. And oh my days, that was close for Steven. That could have ended in tears. That was close to DNF. But it turns out that Steven will win the championship, coming in 6th place by penalties. Congratulations to him. Very strong drive from TDB. I must give him props for that. Congrats Steven for the championship, and it was a very good one. I loved it. And TDB saying he think he got the championship, and unfortunately I have to tell him he did not get the championship. But congrats anyway to Steven, who drove a strong race, who got spun round actually by a Red Bull, I'm not sure which one. So I have this was an exciting race, but Steven finishes in P6 on penalties. TDB fastest lap P1 108.482. Jerome in second, J-Luke in third, Danny Boy in fourth, Mentos in fifth. Steven gets the championship and on penalties and is on P6. Paulus in P7, Otapa in P8, Frosty in P9, Steven DNF for him, Nathan DNF, Kieran DNF, Brandon DNF. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed that race. Was a good one. I'm glad that I signed up for commentating this race actually. So championship battle is over now. Congratulations to the AlphaTauri of Steven. They at least got the constructors, but Steven clearly, or not clearly, Steven won there. So yeah, congratulations to the AlphaTauri team for getting the constructors, and congratulations to Steven for getting the championship in Season 2 Division 2 here in Intelligence Racing League. My name's Eurosea Rotation. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and make sure to be back for Season 3 for a big change. Alright lads, have a good time and take care.